Meeting number 3, I believe, is what it is. So just to summarize, we went through what's now an audio recording of accountability and basically some examples of core values and how important they are for all of us to work on. And it's not like you have or you don't have them. Everybody has the capability of developing them, and we can all help each other with that. Next stuff, lesson planning schedule. So we've got Laura's lesson plan this week. The schedule was mentioned in the meeting number 2. And so just know what your schedules are and get them to me no later, I would say, was it like Friday or Saturday? Friday.
The Friday
you know,
before.
so that I have time to look it over so that everyone can see it by Monday morning at the latest, so that everyone has a chance to actually look at it and know
plans are
the lesson plan.
weeks.
1 week.
Okay.
And then you have to build off of it on week 2.
Right.
Yeah. And so the lesson plan,
Got out a little
Like-
late this week, sorry.
if there might be, and I think there should be, some communication on it. So like if you design it,
Mm-hmm.
but you're here on Monday to set it up, you need to know how, like, what it means and how to translate it. So you two probably should communicate so that we make sure that it's set up. And then for everybody, there's little tweaks that you can make to how you teach it, depending on the age or the ability level. The spacing, the heights of things can be adjusted. But always try and develop a lesson plan that is, generally geared towards the beginner to advanced beginner level, and make modifications for intermediates. Unless it's a night that is more intermediate groups happening, which I don't know if that's ever,
Usually Thursday.
but
night
possibly
before.
Thursday, right? So on that night, tweak the setup when you come in at 3,
Yeah.
so that it is geared more towards the higher level of training, and make optional adjustments for the beginner kids that might be training on that day. So that way you guys know how to kind of tweak the floor so that everybody is suitably able to do that. And then on Fridays, since special events are happening, make it be for whatever the event is. So that way there's less setup later for that. It makes it easier for us to roll into that. So as you guys are developing these lesson plans, know that so for this week, I don't know why it's not on the schedule. Claire might have taken it off, but I'm going to try and get teen kids and the adults coming out for an OCR obstacle course competition. So I'll go over that with you this week.
Okay.
Or actually, you'll be there, but you're not going to be running it actually, because Sophia will be. And
On
who else?
Thursday or Friday?
Friday. So it's Sophia,
And Tyler.
Tyler, and then you or Daniel.
I usually work. I usually get off early on Fridays.
Yeah.
If
You don't need to be a part of all of them at all. I could have.
we'll talk.
Yeah. We'll figure that out. But that is the desired goal, and I even will be a part of some of them, because like when we get to the new space, I want to start like a game night that is a thing on Fridays, and rotate the games, and like pick whatever the best 4 attended things are, and we'll change them if they're not working. But if we find something that's really fun and people really like it, then we'll do that for a long time. And then we'll find what's the next best thing and keep offering a rotation of things until we find the 4 best things. And then even then, we might have some others that are pretty good that we bring back a little less often. So I want to make it a game. And then it could be like the Parents' Night Out version of it could be a bigger event, and it could be themed in various ways.
Yeah.
And like, even like you were saying, more stuff needed. So like maybe we could do arts and crafts at the same time, and if it's like themed after a movie or something.
You do a disco ball.
So
That'd be sick.
part of this meeting that this subject is because I want you guys to try and think of some really cool, really fun things that would be game night, that whether it is themed towards, like, if it has to be all ages unless it becomes like a really big thing, and then we could exclusive like teen night or something, right? It's got to be big enough for something like that, so it should be for all ages. But like, what would be, or maybe not yet.
At the new
All-
place,
At the new place, not all ages. Let's say what we have, it changes.
did it fall?
It finally
Did
fell.
you watch it fall?
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Always during
That's
a
lucky.
meeting. I'll see it during almost every meeting. So no, we'll start at 5, just like we have it. So for the ages that we have,
Okay.
as friendly as possible for that. But think of whatever games. I would love for it to once in a while be an adult theme, maybe, but
That would be a lot of fun.
we'd have to grow the crowd
We
first.
definitely
We have
would.
to- we have to maximally grow the kids'
promoted
crowd.
a
Oh yeah.
freaking
Well, that's why I want to bring back this Thursday, which it's not on the schedule, but I'll see if I can wrangle up some people for it
I
from
have an
teen
idea.
and adults.
keep it here.
Well, I'll give you one. If
Well,
you ever
isn't
watch
your
Broken Skull
recording-
Ranch, you ever watch that?
No.
Broken Skull Challenge. Steve Austin was a WW
Yeah.
whatever wrestler. There was a TV show, and he had this Broken Skull Ranch thing. There was
Mhm.
all these physical challenges. I think are super cool.
I heard about it, but
So like,
well, I'm thinking about for like
if it was possible to do something like that with the parkour course and set like an OCR race course on it with some interesting, unique physical challenges, I think that'd be really cool.
Once
So
we get to
like
the
that
new
could be a
gym,
game
that'll
night
be
thing.
Easier to figure
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
too.
yeah. We're not gonna implement that here, but that's like
Yeah.
where I want to go with it,
Okay.
as long as there's a crowd. And so if that could be teen ninjas and adult Spartan racers, that would be cool. That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Anyhow, let me get to next. So for core values, what did you guys read through that document?
I grazed very quickly,
Yes,
but as
I
you know,
know,
I've been very
graze.
busy this week trying to move here, so I did graze very quickly.
I grazed. I did not fully.
I did not fully read.
So read through it deeper then. You know, I talked about it a bit last week, especially the first word. The L I added to it. So it was like
It was
legacy,
and something else.
leadership, and then learning I added to that. Because like the growth mindset that I mentioned earlier is that we can always get better at anything if we choose to. And so to have a unending curiosity and a desire to learn makes a big difference, I think. So like, if you enjoy doing this work, invest in making it a better experience by like, and I'll find stuff and share stuff with you when I have stuff. Usually people aren't necessarily that interested in seeing it, but if you are, cool.
I
I'll
think
share
good
it.
stuff.
Yeah. So there's some great stuff. I love collecting great quotes, for example, and I want to have quotes all over the gym that kids can read, and then
Should paint them all.
yeah, we're gonna like on the trees and on the walls and the murals, and I want to put Japanese proverbs on the bridge that's gonna go over the river. So like stuff like that, right?
My
If there's
favorite
any.
quotes are Bruce Lee quotes.
So yeah, I there's definitely some good Bruce Lee quotes. So whatever like amazing quotes you guys have, share it with me. I wanna add some great quotes hidden all over, And then I was talking with the artist earlier today, and we were talking about little interesting creatures. And so like, she's like, what type of, I go, I don't care. Whatever you want, like make interesting little creatures all over the place. And so I said, and you can talk to the other artist, which can you give me their contact info?
Yeah,
Because I just gave her like this brain dump of everything of the energy and like the feeling I have when I think about it. And so like, she's the only person that I think I can communicate that to. So I want her to be the lead person, but I want other people, so you said you know a spray paint person. We want to limit the amount of spray paint because of the fumes and such, and we're trying to figure out a schedule that's going to work. But we're going to need a team of artists to put this together. I don't fucking know what the price is going to be, man. I don't know.
Like,
so, and I said, like, what can I...
Well,
if she wants to help out. So, like, Sophia and her mom are going to help. And, like, some of the stuff is just base painting.
I can help with that.
And so I was talking to her about, with the base painting, depending on some of the colors, the Habitat for Humanity Restore, they sell mixer paints, and you can get slate and gray. All of our gray is from there. All of our slate on the warp walls is from there. And it's like $75 for a 5-gallon bucket, which is super cheap. So I was like, maybe you could use that to keep some of the materials costs down. And then, you know, see how everyone can paint and see what parts of the project you can assign them to. So, but I gave her the big concept of what it's going to be, and it's pretty cool. So it was fun to do. But going back to learning, I'm constantly trying to learn stuff because it makes life more interesting. And if I can learn stuff, like I'm trying to learn this new movement thing that I'm doing. It's the good guy. Oh, he did our wood too.
Oh, did he sand everything?
He planed it because it's moist.
Oh.
And that moisture, it gums up the sander. So he's like, if you're not gonna rack it, you gotta build your structure soon. So Chad's gonna come in tomorrow to start building the structure. And then once we have that, I'll get your wood as well.
By the way, is that bridge gonna go for like the older kids, like the harder
It's
part
gonna
of the
just
gym,
so
the easier part?
the river, like if the rectangle is the gym, the pathway to go from the front door to the back of the gym, I want to be a smooth path that grandparents and wheelchairs can get through without having to climb over stuff.
Okay.
So there's going to be a bridge going over a river mat that's flowing across the gym that way.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna say if it's
it's just going to be a very low profile. It's just going to be a low profile divisional walkway between the easy section and the advanced section, slicing the gym
kind of
in half, right
Okay.
up the middle of the rectangle.
Okay.
So the easier side and the harder side.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say they could put a troll under the bridge.
Well, there's going to be creatures, so that sounds like a great idea, actually. Although, let's see. It'll be low profile, so it'll have to be like a little miniature troll. A little miniature troll.
That'd be cute.
We should make a little Hogwarts or something. Like a Harry Potter.
Yes.
All right. Last thing in here is team coaches. And so I'll go over the details of this in the write-up, but after talking with Daniel's mom and just thinking more about what happened to him, and then what also happened over the weekend, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I have a write-up that will be in this email for this week's meeting, and please make sure you guys really review that in detail. And that's it, unless you guys got anything else to add, because I say it's time to go get ready.
I heard little people making noise.
Anything urgent? Nope. All right.
Nope.